Guys, it's always fun to have you in Australia, and you seem to have fun when you're here, although you haven't... Last time I spoke to you, you said you were going to buy real estate. That hasn't happened yet.
Well, it's gotten quite expensive here.
We're just trying to get this record out. We'll see how this record does, you know?
What do you like about Australians? You kind of actually seem to be a bit like us.
I think there is this, kind of like where we grew up, it feels very similar to, I don't know.
More so than New York or like LA or something, where we grew up, this feels a little bit more like it. So
it's been easier to just be ourselves here, I think, and everyone doesn't take it so seriously, so you can joke around and you can just kind of make fun of yourself and be yourself, and it's just kind of laid back, and it's easy to, you know, it's a great place. You know, I mean, I think every place has its things, and I'm sure you could tell me things that you don't like about Australia, but being someone who's a guest and a visitor, there's so much here that we enjoy. And
I think you guys are spoiled.
Tell me about the V8s, because I saw that you tweeted saying you were hoping you didn't throw up. Was it, how full on was it?
I didn't throw up. I was good. It was one of the coolest things we've ever done.
And the Kelly brothers were great. They're
really cool guys.
Really nice guys.
They didn't let you drive though. Had they heard something?
I think that
would be a bad idea.
Those guys have a lot of time and money invested in their cars. The last thing they want is me driving them. I seem to crash everything.
Let's talk about this album. If there was one word that you could think of to describe the process of making it, can you think of one?
Educational.
It was a long process. It was like a year and a half. But like I was saying to you earlier, the first one wasn't good. It was just crap, you know, you know, a little bit of the producer not understanding the band and not really caring about the songs that were, you know, beyond the radio singles and stuff. The album tracks to us are always really important, and I think that maybe we weren't in the right place yet to get the most out of it.
I mean, I thought the songs were good. I really like the songs. I spent a lot of time writing like a good bit of those songs, and you know, a bunch of them came with us on the version that we ended up recording.
Yeah, but I say to him is you can't fully blame someone else. I mean, for whatever reason, we didn't perform what we should have, and we got about halfway through and we heard it, and we knew it wasn't good, so we were just like, let's just start over. Yeah.
So tell me about the good version, because I think you tweeted last night that last night was the first time you'd heard the final mastered copy.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
This is my favorite record we've ever made. I've never been this excited, and I get excited about each record, obviously. This is the most excited I've ever been. There's some really important songs on here to me, and this record's important to me. And I think that our fans particularly are going to really like this record.
Well, your fans are loving the first single, Like It's Her Birthday. And it is one of those songs that you just can't get out of your head. I think I've had it stuck in my head for the last 24 hours, which is a good thing. Tell me this whole girls throwing themselves at you.
It was just like, the song is just capturing a thing that we've seen and making fun of ourselves, making fun of the situation. But it makes you, remind you to, like, music is sometimes, it is just fun, and it isn't so serious, and it's not always so precious, and like with Good Charlotte, that kind of sums us up. So the song itself is kind of a funny song about a girl going crazy out, and girls kind of celebrating like it's their birthday, but it's not, and we all know that night. We all see it all the time, and we're just kind of reporting what we see.
Well, I suspect you're going to see it a whole lot more now.
It's funny how, like, you know, since now the songs kind of started to catch on, and it's, you know, the reaction's been really good. Now going out though, the bar has been raised. Like, we're expected to just to just party all the time, and like it definitely catches up to you sometimes. So you know, you have to try and, you know, pace yourself.
Joel, you're loved up with beautiful children. Benji, do you find that girls have, because of that, stopped throwing themselves at your brother, or do they actually see it as a bit of a challenge now?
I think he doesn't put himself out there like that, you know. So I think when
a little bit though of both. Like sometimes, like it's.
You definitely have sometimes those determined girls that are just like, I don't care. I'm gonna talk to this guy, you know, or like I'm gonna.
And I'm like, this is the thing that gets me into trouble, because occasionally someone will write that I was talking to a girl, or that I was doing something wrong. I'm a really nice guy. If a girl comes up to me and is like, I'm a fan of your band, and blah, 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 it doesn't matter if we're in a club or wherever, I'm going to be nice until she's like inappropriate.
Until it gets weird.
Gets crazy, like, but most of the time they're
That's
not.
when she slides her over to me. I'm just kidding.
So like, I'm never going to change who I am though. I'm always going to be nice, and I'm not going to let...
But the party factor and the crazy girl factor this song has definitely upped the ante. Like, girls are like, I party, like, I'm a party animal, I'm crazy.
I'll show you,
I party, you know.
And you're the single one, so you kind of just benefit everything out of that, don't you? Whatever it takes. Yeah. It's all for the job.
Not an easy job.
I try to remain a classy guy and, you know, gentleman, so.
Joe, your life has obviously changed a lot having children. When you come away for work like this, do you hate being away from them, or are there kind of benefits as well?
It's not something that's like, it's like this. This is my job. So I go away. It's just like any other dad goes away for like a business trip or whatever.
Pretty hard for you though. I see it.
It's hard. I miss them. It's usually at the end of the day when you come home and you know you're alone in your room and you just want to be home. You just want to be able to go and check on the kids and we at our house we do breakfast and dinner every night together, and that's my favorite part of the day. No matter what I'm doing, I go home for dinner. If I'm working in the studio, I have that time blocked off. I go home for dinner, spend it with the kids, like an hour or two with the kids, bedtime, stories. I miss that stuff. This is my favorite thing in the world. But I don't sit around all day on tour and think of like let it bum me out. I still like to go out because when I'm home, I don't really go out that much.
Daddy's got to pay the bills.
So yeah, so I still, it's like a double life because on the road I get to have fun and I have no responsibility, you know, and Nicole's at home with the kids and all the responsibility, and she's that's what's so cool about her is she's supportive. She doesn't ever give me a hard time. She wants me to follow my dreams.
Go get them.
What happens the other side of the coin when she goes away to work? Because she came to Australia not so long ago. What happens when you're in charge? Does it all go a little bit daddy daycare?
Yeah, it's
you
funny
have to
because I call her like, I don't know what do I do if and she's just like, just do that. What are you talking about? Like everything's so easy for her because she's with the kid 24/7, so nothing is a problem. And so it's funny, like when I'm left with the kids when she does her trips occasionally. It's funny.
Dinner changes a lot.
We watch a lot of TV, which she doesn't really allow. She doesn't do a lot of TV. She's very organic, hippie mom. So when I'm in charge, I'm like,
TV
put on the TV, give them some sugar, anything that's easy.
Benji, tell me about your you both seem to kind of be a bit Twitter addicted. Is it a good relationship with fans? Are they brutally honest with you when they have that contact?
They really are. You know, they'll say like, you know, but it's a great way because they'll say like, I waited outside this club and you didn't, you know, I didn't get to have a picture with you, and you get to write them back and say, hey, I would never ignore you, ever. I would never ignore you on purpose, you know, and you get to have that conversation when they go, you know, I guess I did, you know, I guess maybe you probably blah blah, and then you get to have, you know, you get that breaks down that barrier, you know, so. I love it because it just gives you a chance for your fans to just really get to know you. So, and like Twitter for me, I learn a lot on Twitter. Like, you know, the fans will they'll tell you what they think, they tell you what they're into, they tell you, you know, you kind of see, because there's some things, you know, as you get older or you're stuck in the studio for 3 months, you miss, you know, like the next craze, and you know, like, oh, how did I miss that? What is that? Like, what, you know, and you can kind of stay with the times and see what's going on. And I try to. My rule on Twitter is I won't tweet anything negative.
Just a couple of really quick ones. What's Sparrow getting for his birthday? Tell me you were joking about the clown suit.
Well, he's one, so I'm sure he's going to be getting a lot of stuff from all the grandmas and granddads and aunts and uncles. So for me, what I do for my kids is I just make them something for me. Like, you know, I'll write them a really nice like card and stuff they can keep when they get older. They'll be able to read. So for me, I mean, I'm just gonna give him something special or from the heart. I'm sure.
Write him a song.
He's gonna have to earn that. Sparrow's got it harder than Harley.
Sparrow loves.
Because you know us, we're kind of old school, and we definitely don't want him growing up too easy. So the poor little guy he's got it.
And Harlow becomes the spoilt princess.
Yeah.
She should be. She's a princess.
That's the way it is.
All right, very quickly, when do we see this album? When do we hear the album? And when are you guys coming back to tour?
October 29th, the record's out in Australia. We'll be doing a real tour early next year. You know, we're hoping to possibly come back to Australia. You know, we try. Yeah.
I think we'll probably might be back in November to do some kind of special show or something.
Yeah. So you know, all of that's going to be happening, and the record will be out on the 29th of October. And
you guys will get tired of us.
yeah,
We're gonna come a lot.
We'll never get tired of you. I love talking to you guys. You're always very gracious with your interviews. It's nice to have you
thanks.
here. So thanks for your time.
thanks.